YouTube, what's up? Alright, so tonight I ended up topping with mikanko best deck straight up. So I'm gonna do a deck profile, show you what I've been playing. I've been winning this tournament left and right, sweeping game after game. So I'm just gonna show everybody how to actually play this deck. For one, it's a going second deck. It's like
one of his guys goes to the graveyard. You can add it to his hand.
Uno reverse deck, you know what I mean? So with that being said,
they all do that.
be quick about it.
If one's added
3
to
Ojime.
deck or hand,
This card's nutty. Basically, it does everything you want it to do. It searches. You can special summon it. It can quick play to equip to it from graveyard or appropriate card on field. So if you already have double-edged sword in the graveyard, you can then just use its effect, put it on your opponent's monster, and clap them for game. This card just is nuts. 3 at a Rehi. 3 but a Jewel mikanko. Jewel mikanko, best card in deck, hands down. All you have to do is get this on board, stick it with a equip card, it's game. Most of the time, most decks can't get around just this card alone. So this card will just win you games. The one, Nini is only just because it's another name in the deck. If it wasn't for it being a name, I wouldn't play this card. It's not good enough. You're not trying to give your opponent a turn, you're trying to just win. And that's it for the mikanko count. Then you're going to go to your hand traps. Triple Droll and Lockbird. This card still wins you games. Triple Nibiru. Nibiru's just too good right now. Give your opponent a token, you know, whatever, and then just attack into it for 12,000 attack. It's stupid. Triple Lava Golem. This card you'll see a lot that you'll be like, give to your opponent, put the spell card on it, bounce it back to hand, give it to him again, and then attack. Like, this card's just nuts. You gotta play 3 of it. Now going into the spell cards. 3 on this compulses your anything back, so a lot of the times your opponent will activate skill drain. So when you have this on board, you'll attack, skill drain will do the damage, this will then return skill drain, and then this is still on your guy, keeping it alive. It's stupid. 3 on this. I'd probably cut this down to 2 if I do cut anything in the deck at all. This card's not always that useful, but it's good for its second effect where it special summons an opponent's monster. So if they get smart and not start summoning to the field so that way you can't beat them, you can always use this and then bring back like an Ash Blossom or something that they used and then just attack into the Ash Blossom for game. So it's not that bad. This card's one of the best cards in the game. Ceremony, double effect. Not only does it special summon and get around the summon of restrictions of the ritual monster, it then can banish itself to then send any card you want with mikanko and its name from deck to graveyard, which is great because it pairs with the next or the last card I showed you with this, so that way after you send one to the graveyard you can use this to special summon it from the graveyard, which is broken because if you're pairing that with this other guy, like this is just a loop, you know what I mean? It's really good. Alright, this card, probably one of the best cards in the game. Get these while you can. This card's going to go up in price for sure. This card, just put on your opponent's monster, spin that back to the hand or deck, or extra deck I meant, and then just summon any guy you want and then start going off because it equips to them, and then when they're all equipped to them, other than the water, when they all get an effect to keep going, so it just keeps extending. I play 1 Rondo. Rondo snatch steals your opponent's monster. The reason you play it is because obviously, like I said, your best monster is this, and when you equip something to that, it gets you the trap card, which right here. And when you get the trap card, you can set it, and on your opponent's turn you can activate it, which then equips Rondo from your deck to your opponent's monster, snatch stealing it to your side of the field, which is really good. Especially a lot of people play this build with like access code, and if you're trying to climb into access code, this card's a must. Not to mention that as soon as you play this in the beginning of the duel, it's live for the rest of the game because you got Ohime, and when Ohime is on the field, it has a quick effect to equip it from the graveyard to an appropriate monster on the field, which then will snatch steal your opponent's monster whenever you want. Pretty good. Double preparites. Prep is just giving you your Ohime search. That way you have 5 copies of Ohime. If anything, I would probably put this. I thought I had it at 3, but I guess I'm only playing 2. I put it back to 3. 3 is good on this card. The nuts. The nuts is this. Double-edged sword. Double-edged sword needs to get banned. It's too good. Because of all the effects of each one of your mikanko cards, they all have the same effect to basically your opponent would take any battle damage that you would take, and this card pumps your opponent's monster up 2,000. So as long as they have a guy at 2,000 attack, this puts it at 4,000, and then this effect when you swing for the 4,000, it's actually going to double it's going to pierce them with the own damage that they would take as well, so that you would take. So basically it's going to hit them for the 8,000. All they have to do is have a 2,000. So you give them a lava golem, it goes up to 5,000. Attack with this, that's 10,000. If they have a 2,000, it goes up to 4,000. Attack with that, that's 8,000. You see how it works? So it's pretty stupid. Usually you only got to get one guy out and just do it, but sometimes it's like way overkill. You have like 4 guys out and that on a lava golem, and it's just 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. I feel like you're playing Benkai or something. All right, the hidden gem in this deck is Hidden Armory. You do not need the normal summon. It does not need to happen. Everything that you have can make you special summon, and this card will then search you your OTK Felicitator. So you just get that and you win. Double Pot of Extravagance. This card is nutty. You do not play, I mean, you play an extra deck, but it has to be anything because you never go into it. You don't have to. You can build a deck where you can climb into it with access and stuff, but no need. Go the route where you're just trying to OTK them and not trying to access them, and you'll see a lot more success. You'll win a lot more duels, that's for sure. Harpy's Feather Duster, just because if you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now in 2023, this card is like the best card to get rid of back row. There's nothing better. And then the 2 rivalries, like I said, this card can be actually searched with your Jewel card. As soon as Jewel has something equipped to it, it allows you to search your deck. You get to search Rivalry. Rivalry says that you can actually go into your deck and equip card to appropriate monster on the field. It doesn't say mikanko in its name, meaning you can, when your opponent attacks your monster, activate this, put this onto your opponent's monster, and that's game when it collides. So it's pretty stupid. Like I said, the extra deck, I didn't play anything specific, so I'm not going to go into it. You can play 15 cards of anything that you want. My side deck was 15 cards, but I'll show you just 6 because the 6 cards that I used tonight were the only 6 cards that I needed. It's Royal Decree and Iron Walls. Can't banish anything and can't use traps. I didn't, but one time put 4 in like this just to see, because I didn't need the Iron Wall as much as I needed the Decree, but the Iron Wall was still as good. So a lot of the times this will win you games, and you need this for Labyrinth, you need this for anything that's just trap heavy. It might stop you from playing your cards, but just play your cards first and then use these and you'll win. With Iron Wall, it's really cool because you have the Jewel, and
do you think T-Rex tastes like chicken?
the Meiwashidori. Meiwashidori says that the monster gets banished if you bring it back from the graveyard and it leaves the field. So with Iron Wall, it never gets banished. These 2 go to the graveyard and just keep cycling back. So